Your eyebrows ever get itchy? Mine do. Let's have a chat. I want to talk about this hat. See how it's all frayed? See how there's all these little fluffy, frayed freaking things that make it look gross? That's what happens when you wash it and dry it with things that beat it up a little bit. Okay, good talk about the hat. I made this hat a couple days ago. It's not the hat I really wanted to make. It was kind of just to get me going again with crocheting. So I picked a chunky yarn and made a chunky hat, and it's not exactly what I wanted because it's a bit too much. And hold on, let me show you what it looks like when you fold it up. So with the rim, yeah, it works better, but I look like I'm gonna rob a bank. Like, it's too chunky. So my next project is a lot thinner yarn, same type of pattern, still for a beanie, but the thinner yarn is going to look better, and I'll show you when it's done. But this is the chunky, not super fond of the chunky yarn with this pattern. But we did it. We made something. It made me get going. It made me start it up again. Start up the habit again. I don't know if you guys are being good about reading in between the lines of what's going on in my life right now, but I have a lot of time at home as to why I'm rearranging. Whoa. I am, oh gosh, everything on every shelf, on every little, on the window frames, like I'm dusting everything. Dusting, wiping down everything like it's spring cleaning, honey. Okay, good talk about the hat. What were we doing? This is day 5 without nicotine and day 8 without alcohol, booze, beer, whatever. The booze and the alcohol isn't very difficult for me. Not until around summer. When summer pops out, I'm like, where's the margaritas? Where's the wine? Where's the beers? You know, we made it 7.5, almost 8 months last year until I started drinking. So this year, we might go the whole 12 yards. We might go the whole 12 yards. It's a possibility. The percentage is not 0. Now, I know life is life. You're never going to fully understand all of it, but I'm learning. And the best way I've learned is through mistakes. I tend to be the person that has to learn the hard way sometimes, most of the time. And I might, you know, need a couple rounds. You call me, you know, a late bloomer. Call me a late bloomer. And when I bloom, who knows? I might be a budussy. I might not even have any petals. We don't know yet. But I'm making progress. I'm making my moves, making my way. What more can I say? I'm gonna go out there, walk Maverick, make the best of my day. I do not have a long list today because yesterday was quite the list. And I got a lot done. But I think I need a moment to rest. Just doing my best existing. Hope you're doing well existing. And whatever you're fighting against, whatever you're battling, just know the more you put up opposition, the more frustration and anger and time you put into that fight, the stronger the opponent is going to be too. It's like you're creating the opposition with how much energy you're putting into it. And really, you're just fighting yourself. In the long run, you're fighting yourself. Not to say you shouldn't be ready to fight, but it is, choosing the battles. Which ones are worth it? That's up for you to decide. But I would like a break from battling myself. But here I am, still battling the flesh. Gotta slap it on the hand. Tell them, no. I know you want this, but you can't have this. It's not good for you. And the body wants to glitch out. Just like, why won't you give me what I want? It's not the time for that. It's not good for you. Well, how am I going to say this without sounding like a young radical that no one should listen to because she's just trying to be a young child that doesn't understand the world? Oh, honey, I do understand the world. Is there still more that I can understand, that I should learn? Because the bottomless pit, the abyss of all the knowledge one can learn in this life and world about each other, about the system, about life, like you're never gonna know it all. You are never gonna know it all, and I know that. That's how you know when somebody is actually getting it a little bit, is that they accept that they're never really gonna fully get it. And I mean, shoot, I'm still trying to figure it out, but I'm gonna die trying to figure it out. We all are. Okay, can we get on track here? Let's get on track here. I don't know what we're getting on track for, but we're trying. Try and get on track. Yeah, the last time I even drank booze, alcohol, whatever, was New Year's Eve. And I don't feel withdrawals from that, because honestly, this is my third or fourth year of cutting out booze first thing in January. And I've gotten better and better throughout the years. This is year 4 of me trying to be completely sober. And last year I made it almost 8 months. I didn't cut out the nicotine completely, but we're just gonna roll with it. We can't go back. We can't go back in the past. You always gotta remember that. We can't go back. Thank God, and also, helps you learn how to cherish certain things, certain details. Though I've not had a great job ever, I will say I've appreciated so many lessons, so many people that I've met, so many things that I experienced that made me see more of the world, understand, even if slightly, a little more about life. And I am thankful for that. I will never regret that. And I've met some great people and heard some wonderful stories and learned so much depth of what people go through, of what they're living like. I would be very ignorant if I've stayed up in my home and never went out, and only knowledge I had was off of a screen. It is something to be out there in the world, working with it, with the real people out there working these jobs. I've learned a lot. And there's a lot I disagree with. There's a lot I disagree with how people are treated, respected, of just our general understanding of communication and respecting each other and caring for each other. And we still haven't learned not to judge a book by its cover. Now, this is aside from observational judgments for survival. That's a skill set you should never put aside. When you see somebody that it looks like they're probably on drugs, that they probably have not made the right life choices to their body, that says a lot. That says that that person doesn't have discipline. This person is going through a rough time. It's up to you if you want to associate with that person. Now, this has not saying like, oh, run from the druggies. No, they need help too. I'm just saying, when someone says don't judge a book by its cover, it means you don't see their life. You don't see what they came from. You don't see how they've been screamed at. You don't see how hard they've cried by themselves. You don't see how bad it impacted them when they lost somebody in their life. Like, and everyone has gone through a certain amount of pain, just in different waves and different circumstances. And for you to see somebody that you're going to potentially work with, let's say that type of environment, you're going to start working with them, but you make an assumption, you make a guesstimation of their life, of their story, and you treat them according to what your brain thought up. And none of it's based on facts. None of it is based on truth. The assumption that you know somebody and you treat them according to that. And you basically, if you judge them as being somebody you don't like, because they might resemble something to you, a bully from high school, this person looks similar to that person. Oh, this person looks similar to this person that was mean to me. Or this person looks similar to all the characters that play this character in movies and TV shows. And people subconsciously do this and treat somebody a certain way based on their own knowledge and observation and what is triggered in them of what you look like. Your brain is always going to try to relate to something it knows because that's comfortable and that's what it gets its knowledge from. But what if it's all based out of bullshit? I'm just saying, okay, this is a roundabout way of saying I have not been treated well when it comes to work environments with a lot of coworkers because they don't understand me and they see me as a bitch, and that is far from what I actually am. I'm a bitch on the internet for reasons because I can't be a bitch to somebody's face. I'm working on that, okay? I'm working how to stand up for myself and say, no, you will not treat me like this. What you are doing is beyond acceptable. Beyond acceptable about how you should treat somebody. A coworker, someone you don't even know. Gossip is insane. Let me say that. I do have my fear of men, and I do need like rehab when it comes to like being exposed to men that are strangers and I don't know, because I am scared. I am scared, and I show it in different ways. And most of the time, if they are trying to interact with me and I don't feel like I have a safe way out, I fawn, and that's something I hate. I don't ever want to fawn again. Give them what they want just so that I know that they won't hurt me if they get what they want from me, type deal. That's what fawning is in a sliced up way. I hate when I do that. So yeah, I'm learning to stick up for myself, but it needs to be in the appropriate way, not always in anger, but rather holding my composure and straight up saying with my words, no. That is unacceptable. No, I will not accept that. No, the way you're treating me is actually bullshit. It's tough living, living. It's tough living. It's tough living, man. But being somebody that looks like a rich bitch and not being a rich bitch, and also having like the persona and attitude of a rich bitch sometimes, it's because I'm rich off of all the work and all the jobs and all the money I've gained for myself and made something of my life with myself that I'm very proud of. That's where my rich bitch personality comes from. Not because I have a ton, but because I've made a ton for myself. I've worked, I've crawled to get to where I am. Have I had help? Yes. I will never deny the fact that I have had help with my family, that they have been there for me. But it's also been a learning journey for me to learn to ask for help from them. And yeah, they also weren't the keenest on recognizing when I was drowning, when I was suffering, when I was isolating because I couldn't go unnumb. I'm trying to defrost. I'm trying to melt, thaw of all the walls and all the things that I've built up around myself. What are we saying? What are we doing this for? I don't freaking know. Where was our point? What were all the points that I made? You asking me questions? Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm trying to be a better lover this year to my friends and my family, and a better lover to myself. So I'm working on myself so I can be a better lover for those around me. I'm trying to send out handwritten letters, and that's been a while. Have you ever written a handwritten letter and sent it to somebody? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I used to love sending snail mail. Used to love it. And it means something different when you get one in the mail, because you know someone really did sit down and take their time to write it all out. Try to write a letter without any like misspells of words and looking like, is that English? Like, is that how you build a sentence? We kind of forget and don't care anymore with texting, right? Anyways, I'm trying to send out letters, trying to make and crochet the things that I wanted to give to people for the last years, for several years. And there's a long list of people I need to make stuff for. So I'm going to keep busy. I don't know what's ahead. Yeah. Yeah, buddy, we're just going to keep going. We're just going to keep going. Do the best that we can do. Had a long list of things to do yesterday and today. I don't know. I don't want to burn myself out. This is boot camp, but this is the type of boot camp of where I need to learn how to give myself rest as well. My value does not reside in the quantity and quality of all the work that I do every single day. My value is also just in existing. So I'm just gonna exist today. Whether it's listening to music, reading a book, walking Maverick, I'm gonna exist and feel okay with that. Love that for you. Mm-hmm. What were we doing?